This video is a presentation of the academic article, Testing Media Richness Theory in the New Media, the Effects of Cues, Feedback, and Task Equivocality, published by Alan Dennis and Susan Kinney. As has been the case for the past several centuries, successful business is conducted through effective and efficient communication. Organizations have invested time and money to try to understand how best communicate in a business environment to increase performance and produce successful results. Accordingly, IS researchers have been eager to provide meaningful theories that seek to explain how best to communicate information that in turn produces quality performance. One of these theories, published in the mid-1980s by Daft and Lengel, asserts that performance can be improved when team members use richer media. Media richness theory, as it has come to be known, has two major arguments. The first argument is that media differ in richness, or the ability of information to change understanding within a time interval, with face-to-face communication being the richest, while other media, capable of sending fewer cues, such as vocal inflection or gestures, or providing slower feedback, such as memos, voicemail, or email, are considered leaner media. The second argument is that performance improves when managers use richer media for equivocal tasks, or tasks where there are multiple and possibly conflicting interpretations to the available information, and leaner media for non-equivocal tasks. Richer media, the theory claimed, enabled users to communicate more quickly and to better understand ambiguous or equivocal messages, and therefore would lead to better performance on equivocal tasks. In contrast, leaner media were better for low equivocality tasks because rich media provided communicators with too much information and superfluous messages. Since the release of media richness theory, many studies have been conducted to understand the choice process that managers go through when deciding which media to use to communicate with their teams. However, these studies fail to examine the central proposition of media richness theory, as proposed by Daft and Lengel. Does the use of richer media rather than leaner media for equivocal tasks improve actual performance? And is leaner media better for simple tasks that do not need clarification? It is here that two researchers, Alan Dennis and Susan Kinney, wished to further IS research. Their hypothesis was that performance would improve as multiplicity of cues, or the number of ways in which information can be communicated, increased. They also believed performance would improve as the immediacy of the feedback increased. They went about testing their hypothesis in a study where students were placed into dyads and asked to perform one of two tasks, either a high equivocal task or a non-equivocal task. The high equivocality task asked subjects to order from best to worst 5 students seeking admission to the university's business program. Each subject was presented with incomplete information so that he or she needed to pool the information to reach a decision. The lower equivocality task was a set of 4 questions similar to those used on the SAT. Each dyad was then placed into one of 4 different test groups. The first group was asked to accomplish the task via video conferencing, thus allowing them to use all verbal and nonverbal cues needed to complete the task, and with 0 delay in feedback. The second group was asked to accomplish the task using video conferencing as well. However, only one participant was allowed to be on screen at a time. Once a participant was done speaking, they could flip a switch that would allow their counterpart use of the audiovisual tools, thus keeping cues both verbal and nonverbal, but limiting the immediacy of feedback. The third group was asked to complete the task using computer mediated communication via a live chat. Both participants could type simultaneously, thus making feedback immediate, but eliminating cues. The last group completed the task using computer mediated communication, similar to sending emails back and forth. After examining the results, interestingly, matching richness to task equivocality did not improve decision quality, decision time, consensus change, or communication satisfaction. The live video chat was not only better for high equivocal tasks, but also for low equivocal tasks as well. Use of media providing fewer cues or the computer mediated communication led to slower decisions. Not only that, this was the case more so for the less equivocal task. In short, the results found no support for the central proposition of media richness theory. Matching media richness to task equivocality did not improve performance.